Hi everyone, I am Beatrice and in this video I will introduce you the restoration of Poesia DI.VINO. The artwork Poesia DI.VINO was painted in 2014 on the external walls of the Diocesan Historical Archive of Milano. The mural was created within the project Milano Wall Art. It is extended on 3 different walls. The first wall presents a brick and plaster structure prepared with hydraulic lime and cement. The other smaller walls are part of 2 prefabricated reinforced concrete volumes. All the walls had a yellow color before the creation of the mural. Regarding the first wall, infrared spectrophotometric analysis, carried out on a plaster fragment, allow us to discover a first layer of lime and silicate and several successive overlapping yellow layers in vinyl binder. The artist didn't prepare the support in any way before realizing the mural. He painted the first background grey directly over the pre-existing yellow, then he painted all the different black and red letters over the grey. To create the mural, Ivan used a washable water-based paint based on vinyl resins. A few years after the realization, the mural shows the first sign of degradation. The brick support presents swelling and detachment of the plaster, and the polymer films shows cracks and fissures. 2 vandal damages appear on the 2 smaller walls, and all the 3 walls present photooxidative degradation with whitening and opacity, due to the presence of a permanent anti-graft protective, which was applied by the artist at the request of the client about a year and a half after the end of the works. The constant dialogue with the artist allowed us to reach a new approach to restoration, and the diagnostic analysis have been a useful tool to support the intervention. Thermography, for example, was important not only for the study of the state of conservation, but also to identify and monitor the interior detachments, even during the intervention. First of all, we made a solubility test to investigate surfaces and identify compatible substances in order to choose the product to use during the intervention. We made a temporary support layer on the areas of the pictorial film located near swelling or cracks, which shows instability. For the operation, we used Japanese paper and acrylic 33, diluted at 3% in water. We then worked on plaster interior detachments, which needed an adhesive and filler product. We chose an injection filler mortar composed by natural lime and hydraulic binders. Afterwards, we worked on those areas where the complete loss of pictorial film had left uncovered the underlying plaster layer, characterized by partial pulverization. In this case, we used an aqueous colloidal dispersion of nano-sized silica, NanoStel. It was applied on the surface with a brush diluted at 50% in water. Therefore, we could proceed with the adhesion of the raised part of pictorial film. We chose Poesia 33, which has given excellent results diluted at 50% in water. To facilitate the formation of a homogeneous adhesive film, the contribution of heat and pressure was necessary. This took place using a thermocouple at controlled temperature. Here we have some examples of before and after. We could then start working on the cleaning operation. We have concentrated on dry cleaning methods. We tested and selected a series of material considering specific characteristics. After the test results, we decided to do a first cleaning step with a yellow Acapad rubber and a second cleaning step with wet Blitwick sponge. In support of the restoration, colorimetric analysis of the surfaces were carried out to investigate, document and quantify the chromatic aspects, as well as the alteration process caused by the protective and the effect of the cleaning intervention. We need to use a different cleaning method for the 2 vandal signs composed by different materials. The first one, made with a black marker, was removed using a nano-restore gel Peggy No. 5, a hydrogel based on a polymeric network with alcohol, left on surface for 30 minutes. The red vandalism scene was made by a wax pastel. In this case, we prepared a mixture of Nevec with Ligrin in a quantity equal to 50% in weight, and left on for 15 minutes. The white plastering of the lagoon was made with a natural hydraulic white lime with siliceous river sand in 2 different sites of grain for rough coat and plaster. We also added Poesia 33 to improve the performance of the mortar. we decided to realize the plastering at the level of the pictorial surface, but with a final grain size finer than the one used for the original support, visible only at a close view. The next operation of pictorial integration started from consideration related to a contemporary context. The presence and the dialogue with the artist were fundamental in this phase. Only in this way, in fact, it was possible to respect the copyright and therefore maintain its poetical intentionality. We started with a material link that could be distinguished closely, so we decided to do a mimetic integration. We selected a copolymer based on polyvinyl butyral, Movital B60HH. We used it dissolved at 10% in isopropyl alcohol. We then made an addition of 2% of Tinovin 292, an UV stabilizer, and we added inorganic pigment in powder. As we said before, the original surface showed an irregular alteration due to the presence of the final bicomponent protective. The different method tested for the removal and or tiling of the film didn't give good results, but this obstacle led us to an alternative solution. We thought to make a pictorial layer on the letters most affected by the problems. With the same material used for the pictorial integration, we focused on a single character. First on a small piece, then on the entire surface of the letter. The advantages that this methodology presented are related to the compatibility of the new materials with the original paint film, and the low percentage of polymer pigment with the new layer, so as to ensure a good reversibility. Thank you for the attention.